And worst case scenario, you'd have somebody who has very little sense of purpose, or has does not have a good sense of where they want to be going.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard anecdotally, and this makes sense to me, that this is increasingly the case for young people, in part because of the media environment where you have a lot of gloom and doom, but also because truly we do seem to be in a period of flux where there's a lot of change. Changes seem to be accelerating. There's a lot of volatility. And so it becomes more difficult to buy into the traditional narratives that would give you a sense of purpose, something that you could reliably work towards. A lot of that seems to be disintegrating. I think is too strong of a term, but it's being challenged by what we're seeing, in business and politics and culture and elsewhere. So if you're a kid, or if you're a parent where your kid really does not know what it is they want to do, they haven't quite figured out what that thing is that gets them excited to engage in activities that require discipline and focus, and makes it easier to avoid the distractions, like the video games, which simulate those sort of satisfying behaviors. They haven't figured that out. What's a good first step that a parent can take to help them start to develop a sense of purpose?
Yeah, you make a great point. I think also, this idea of purpose, I think we're all kind of looking for that, especially like you mentioned, there's sort of this major shift happening just in the way that we kind of view everything at this point. And they're going through that too. And that is just so much pressure. Like we talked about how we grew up as kids. It's very different. And so they're faced with just so much extra information, like you said, kind of doom and gloom. They may not know right now what it is that they want to do. And that's perfectly fine because they're kids, and maybe it's just finding, instead of necessarily what it is they want to ultimately do, is there anything else that they enjoy? I think I agree that the video games can be incredibly captivating, and they can be, that's what the kid wants to do, and it's hard to watch if our child just wants to spend all his or her time on video games. But if there's any way, as a family, and families are busy, parents are busy, it's not that easy, but any way to just connect outside of that space, even if it's a 15-minute walk around the block, that's a start. It's something where you get them out of that space. And I think just accepting the fact that at the beginning, you may not see much change immediately, but just letting them know that you see this, that you see the amount of time they're spending, that, maybe even that you're a little concerned about it, but not then jumping right to, we have to change this right now. Because again, I think it's similar with when you talk about like a technology addiction, it's similar to other types of addictions where there's all this stuff at the root that you can't get to if you are sort of hyper-focused on that issue. So for example, to use another kind of a similar example, if it's alcohol use or drug use, one thing that has a lot of support in the literature is this concept of motivational interviewing, where you roll with the resistance to turning off the video games, to, stopping drinking, whatever it is, because then you're a collaborative partner in the experience with your child, and it's a journey. It really, you're embarking on a journey, and it's not easy, but if you can take 10 minutes, 15 minutes just away from the screen, or can I play that with you? I mean, maybe for the cool parents out there, your kid will let you jump on and you can, or just watch them, just have them dictate it to you, narrate it. And I think there's just so much to learn in that experience. And it likely won't change overnight. But just that process of getting to know them better, whether it's purpose or not, maybe they just find another hobby, but that's a stepping stone to potentially other things like finding a purpose or maybe an occupation or a profession but it kind of starts with those little mini micro steps. So I would say even don't scoff at 5 or 10 minutes with your child and just having a conversation. And if what you need to do is kind of be honest with them about what you're seeing, I think these kids are, ultimately I see that they also know. They kind of know when it's too much, but they just don't want to stop. They can't stop. They're having a lot of challenges with that, rightfully so. So just those little steps, whatever it is that you can offer, and if you can't get it away from the screen, see if you can get it side by side, looking at the screen, really a collaborative partner as opposed to this is a problem that needs to be fixed and it needs to be fixed now. Because I can totally empathize with that. Like I said before, you want to see that. That's the ultimate goal. But it's taken a long time to get here, relatively. I mean, it's taken years to get to this point, and it may take weeks, months, years to kind of restabilize.